Good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome to my science class. In this morning, we are going to discuss about the lesson 4 of our topic for the first quarter, and it is entitled Elements and Compounds. My dear students, this topic is very interesting because in this topic, we are going to learn more about elements and compounds. So, to give you an overview of our lesson, Russian chemist Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev and German physicist Julius Lothar Meyer independently developed the periodic law of the chemical elements at about the same time in the late 19th century. Mendeleev is generally credited with the findings because he established the periodic law in 1869 while Mayer established his chemical law in 1870. Both discovered that arranging the elements in order of increasing atomic mass produced a table of chemical properties and reactivity patterns that were regularly repeated. This phenomenon, known as the periodic law, is most often represented in the periodic table of the elements. Elements cannot be resolved into simpler substances by ordinary heat, light, electricity, or attack by other substances. To say that elements can never be broken down would not be accurate, but breaking them down takes millions of times and more energy than can be applied by ordinary means. It requires either special equipment such as a particle accelerator or temperatures like those in the interior of the sun. An element can therefore be defined as a substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by ordinary means. Elements and compounds are pure substances. Their particles are purely of the same kind. This is why their properties are the same. Sulfur element is made up of sulfur atoms. Water is a compound made of particles called water molecules. So to understand further our lesson about elements and compound, here are the learning objectives in this lesson. At the end of this lesson, you guys are expected to name the different elements and compound. Number two, give the corresponding chemical symbol of an element. So these two learning objectives is very, very important because at the end of this lesson, you can be as good as you are in naming and in giving the, the, the names and the chemical symbols of an element as well as of the compound.